Okay, and do I do one more? I'm losing my voice a little bit. So this will be the last chapter that I do for this live stream. And this chapter here is talking about asking questions. Asking questions. What makes it impolite? Just that feeling. It feels like, you're being aggressive towards someone. 당신, if you hear it in a drama or something like that, generally it's used when someone is looking for a fight. They're not just saying, hey, they're like, hey, you. Like, it's awkward. It's difficult to use. It has that feeling, that negative feeling. Okay. So, asking questions in Korean. Number 1, multiple choice. Select the correct answer to the following multiple choice questions. A. When speaking in the casual polite tense, which is the a or yo form, this is what we've seen all throughout this book, like 먹어요, 공부해요. This yo ending is the casual polite tense. So in casual polite tense, statements and questions have, number 1, the same sentence structure, or 2, a different sentence structure. So in Korean, they have the same sentence structure. Excuse me. So in English, right, we have to change the structure of the sentence to make a question. We have to say something like, I eat pizza is a statement, right? But and then to ask a question, you have to say, do you eat pizza? Right? You've got to sort of change the structure of the sentence. But in Korean, this first sentence is 피자를 좋아해요. I eat pizza. 피자를 좋아해요. Oh my gosh, no, that's eat like. Let me just do that. Oh my gosh. 먹어요. 피자를 먹어요. That is I like pizza. And do you like pizza, or do you eat pizza, is just exactly the same sentence with a question mark on the end. So literally in Korean, a question is, a statement is pizza like, or pizza eat, and the question is pizza eat. Just by adding that question on the end, it becomes a question. But the sentence structure is exactly the same. So if you are an English speaker, this might be sort of a trick to get used to, but it's very natural. In Korean, it's the same sentence structure. I eat pizza, 피자를 먹어요. Do you eat pizza? 피자를 먹어요. It's the same. Or 좋아하다 is to like. So I like pizza is 피자를 좋아해요. Do you like pizza is 피자를 좋아해요. It is the same sentence. Okay, so they have the same sentence structure. B. When speaking in Korean, questions have 1. A falling inflection, 2. A steady inflection, or 3. A rising inflection. So they have a rising inflection, same as we do in English. In English, when you ask a question, you go up at the end. Do you like pizza? Do you go to school? Do you work here? A rising inflection on the end. And it's the same in Korean. So to indicate that it's a question, you go up at the end. 피자를 먹어요? 피자를 좋아해요? This rising inflection at the end. And in writing, questions use 1 question marks or 2 full stops. So this is a simple question, simple answer. They use question marks. Same as English, questions have question marks at the end. Okay. D. When speaking in casual polite tense, this are or your form, yes and no are 1, and 아니, 2, 네 and 아니요, or 3, 예 and 아닙니다. So the answer here is 2, 네 and 아니요. So this is yes and no in informal language. If you're speaking in 반말, in informal language, it's and 아니. And 예 and 아닙니다 is honorific language. So there are different words for yes and no, depending on what level of formality you are speaking in. Generally, you're going to be using this the most often. I expect it's probably the one to know first, but these other ones are also commonly used depending on the situation. Okay, so earlier we saw that questions and answers have the same sentence structure, right? But which politeness level has a specific sentence ending for questions? 1. Informal language, 반말. 2. Casual polite language, 아어요. Or 3. Honorific language, 씁니다. So the answer here is honorific language. So honorific language, the 씁니다 form, we haven't learned it yet in this book, but you probably know it. It's used all the time, like 저는, 처음입니다, 한국어를 공부합니다. You probably heard this 입니다 ending. This is honorific language. And in questions, you add 씁니까. So this has a different ending when you're answering a question, when you're asking a question. So like 피자를 먹습니까 is do you eat pizza in honorific language. So generally speaking, questions and answers have the same sentence structure except for the 씁니다 form. But you don't have to worry about that too much until you start using the 씁니까 form. Okay, so now we have some exercises. Let me zoom in a little bit here because I think I can get this a little bit closer. So, translate into English. Given the Korean sentences, write an equivalent English expression. A. 네. 네. What does this mean in English? It means yes. 네 means yes. What about B? 아니요. 아니요 means no. 아니요 means no. C. 피자를 먹어요? 피자를 먹어요? What does this mean in English? Pizza is the word pizza and 먹어요 is eat. So this is, do you eat pizza? Remember that in Korean, you don't need to have a subject. And if it's dropped, you can often imply that it means you. Do you eat pizza? Answer, 네. 피자를 먹어요. What is this? If I was to translate this into English, what would it be? 네, 피자를 먹어요. Yes, that means yes. I eat pizza. Yes, I eat pizza. 네, 피자를 먹어요. Okay. D. 운동을 좋아해요? 운동을 좋아해요? 운동 is the word for exercise. And 좋아해요 means to like something. So, this means, do you like exercise or do you like working out? Both are fine. Do you like exercise? Do you like working out? Or do you like to exercise? Yes. Do you like to work out? And then the answer, 네. 운동을 좋아해요. 네. 운동을 좋아해요. This is yes. I like exercise. Yes, I like working out. Yes, I like to work out. Yes, I like to exercise. Those are all good translations for 네, 운동을 좋아해요. Now, people are saying you can add 은는, which is true. So you can add 은는 to these, which is actually kind of quite natural because one of the features of 은는 is that when you are referring back to established information, it's natural to use the topic particle. So since the topic of conversation has been established with this 운동, when you refer back to this 운동, it's natural to use the topic particle. So you can also say, if someone asks you 피자를 먹어요, you can say 네, 피자는 먹어요. Or if someone asks you 운동을 좋아해요, you can say 네, 운동은 좋아해요. You can also do that. 2. 덤을 좋아해요? 덤을 좋아해요? What does this mean in English? Yes, it means, do you like Tom? Question mark. Do you like Tom? Answer. 아니요, 소피를 좋아해요. 아니요, 소피를 좋아해요. What does this mean? Yes, awesome. It means no. I like Sophie. No, I like Sophie. And again, you could put the topic particle here. 아니요, 소피는 좋아해요. This is could be quite natural as well because the topic particle, another feature of the topic particle is that it's used to contrast subjects. So you're asking, do you like Tom? And you're saying, no, actually, I like Sophie. 소피는 좋아해요. You can also do that. Can I say them all in Korean one more time? Sure. Give me 1 second. I'll just show the title cover of this book, which is Level 1 Workbook. And I can read them out one more time. Okay. A, 네, yes. 아니요, no. 피자를 먹어요? Do you eat pizza? 네, 피자를 먹어요. Yes, I eat pizza. 운동을 좋아해요? Do you like working out? 네, 운동을 좋아해요. Yes, I like exercise. 2. 톰을 좋아해요? Do you like Tom? 아니요, 소피를 좋아해요. No, I like Sophie. Okay. Last exercise, number 3. Translate into Korean. Given the English sentences, write an equivalent Korean expression. So number 1, A is, do you eat meat? Do you eat meat? So, again, remember that we do not need to translate this you into English, right? You can just drop it into Korean. You can drop it from the Korean sentence. So, yes, it's just meat is 고기. 고기 is the word for meat. So, 고기를 먹어요? 고기를 먹어요? Eat is 먹어요, and 고기 is meat. By the way, we do give a vocab list at the start of this chapter. If you aren't too familiar with your vocabulary yet, we do provide a list at the start you can refer to find your vocab. Okay. Answer, yes, I eat meat. So, how would we say this in Korean? If we would translate, yes, I eat meat. You can say 네, which means yes. 고기를 먹어요. 네, 고기를 먹어요. Yes, meat, I eat it. Meat, I eat. B, do you like pizza? Do you like pizza? So the word for pizza is pizza. Pizza. So, 피자를. And to like is 좋아하다. 좋아하다. 좋아해요. We look at conjugating verbs very shortly, but for now you can just kind of memorize that to like something is 좋아해요. So, 피자를 좋아해요? Do you like pizza? Answer, yes, I like pizza. Right? It's the same structure as the question. 네. 피자를 좋아해요. Is this all in the frame? I can't actually see. I'll zoom out a little bit just in case. Okay. 네, 피자를 좋아해요. C. Do you study English? English in Korean is 영어. 영어. And study is 공부해요. So, 영어를 공부해요. 영어를 공부해요. This book is called Level 1 Workbook. This is the cover right here. It's linked in this live stream and it's also available on Amazon and our website. Do you study English? 영어를 공부해요? The answer, no, I study Korean. No, I study Korean. How would you translate that into Korean? The word for Korean in Korean is 한국어. 한국어. So, and no is 아니요. 아니요. No. 한국어를 공부해요. Now, just a reminder, all of these verbs are action verbs. So we use the object particle. The object particle, right? Because all of these are action verbs. To eat, to like, to study, those are all actions that you do. So we're using the object particle in all of these sentences. Okay. D. Romanticizes Hangul or Hangul. It depends who you ask, I think. I think I've used both. I'm not sure. Okay, D. Does Tom like Sophie? Does Tom like Sophie? How would you write that in Korean? So we've got two names, Tom and Sophie. Does Tom like Sophie? So we have kind of two options. You can say Tom은 or Tommy. Either, you can say either. Because you're asking, because Tom is the person who's doing the liking. Tom is the subject. Does Tom like Sophie? So here, Sophie is the object of the liking, right? Sophie is the thing or the person that Tom likes. She's the object, so she has the object particle. Oh. And 좋아해요 is the verb to like. So Tom은 소피를 좋아해요? Or Tommy, 소피를 좋아해요? Does Tom like Sophie? And the answer, no. Tom likes Mary. Mary is written like this. So no, Tom likes Mary. We know that no is 아니요. 아니요, no. Can I use the termination 이까 at the end when it's a question? Yes. If you're asking in formal language, in honorific language, you can say 고기를 먹습니까? Or 피자를 좋아합니까? Or 영어를 공부합니까? That's when you're speaking in honorific language. This is the sort of casual, polite, informal, polite language, this your form. Check 이름은 뭐야? It is Level 1 Workbook. This is the title of the book. This is the cover. You can find it on Amazon and in this live stream as a product. Okay, so does Tom like Sophie? Tom은 소피를 좋아해요? Or Tommy, 소피를 좋아해요? No, Tom likes Mary. So now we have no, Tom, 은, or 이, 메리를 좋아해요. And again, in this situation here, using the topic particle is a little bit more natural. Again, it comes back to this idea of when you introduce a subject, when you refer back to it later, it's natural to use the topic particle. Since we've talked about Tom to start. So say we said, Tommy, 소피를 좋아해요. When you respond, you're referring back to that Tom. You're like bringing up Tom again. So the topic particle is natural to use. 아니요, Tom은 메리를 좋아해요. So this difference between the topic and subject particles, I would say it's not something to stress about. I know it's a big question that learners have when they're learning Korean. The answer is that they are quite nuanced, and it depends a lot on context, and there's a lot of ways that they are both similar and different. But ultimately, whether you use the topic or subject particle will not drastically change the meaning of your sentence. So, 아니요, Tom이 소피를 안 좋아해요. Yes, you can also say that, but it means no, Tom doesn't like Sophie, right? It means if you say 안 좋아해요, it means you don't like something. So you could also say, like in a response to the question, does Tom like Sophie? Tom이 소피를 좋아해요. You could say 아니요, Tom은 소피를 안 좋아해요. You could also say that. What book is this? This book is the Level 1 workbook. Right here. But that brings us to the end of this chapter, which is talking about asking questions. And then we also looked at ways to say you in Korean, and we looked at talking about the difference between 제가, 저는, and 제. So if you want to go back and watch this lesson or previous lessons, you can go to our YouTube page. We have a YouTube channel where I post my recordings of the live streams if you want to go back and watch it again. So then I start my live streams on Friday evenings at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. So 5 p.m. Eastern Time on Fridays. If you want to come back next week and keep going, the next chapter we're going to look at is 이에요, 이에요. So this is the Korean copula. It's a very useful starting grammar form to learn and use. So if you want to come back and practice this, we'll be doing that next Friday. But this is all for tonight. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you had a good time. Hope you learned a little bit. If you would like to learn more, again, you can check out this book, Level 1 workbook. By the way, it does also come with I recommend you use it alongside the textbook as well. Both are available on our website, on Amazon. So check it out if you would like to. There's also PDF copies available on our website. If you prefer working digitally, you can get the PDFs as well. I'm very smart. Thank you. Thank you guys very much for joining. I hope you had a wonderful time and hope you have a wonderful Friday, wonderful weekend. Enjoy this weekend and have a good time, and maybe I'll see you next week. How much? How much is the book? This is, I think, $18 for the paperback, and I think, is it $13 for the PDF? I don't remember. And this, I think, is $35 for the paperback, and it is $20 for the PDF, I believe. Our website is gooseapplebooks.com. There's a link to it in our profile. If you click the link in our bio, you can find a link to our website, Goose Apple Books, which is this here, gooseapplebooks.com. Thank you guys so much. I'm starting to lose my voice. I need to practice these live streams more so I build up my speaking voice and can talk for longer. But thank you guys so much. Again, I hope you have a wonderful Friday, a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you next week. Bye.